Welcome back to some more Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, part number 2. And in this part, we're going to be tackling the next 2 tracks for the beginner tournament. As I showed very quickly at the end of the last one, the next track that we are taking a look at here is Atlantica. So, let's get right into the business and go right into the next race. Again, we're still sticking with the Ferrari because the Ferrari is just good. It's a good vehicle, so... And, of course, this track is also home to one of my favorite songs in the game.
This track is just awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely love Atlantica.
This is just one of the more fancier tracks, and just like the atmosphere and the aesthetic and the vibe, it's really cool. It's definitely one that always stuck out for me.
I have to remember that the music in this is actually kind of dynamic.
It is dynamic. Parts of the music play in certain parts of the track, and depending on your speed and things going on and everything.
Yeah.
And if you crash, and it's very much dynamic.
Yeah, because I'm just used to listening to it in like sequential order.
Right. I mean, which is fine. I mean, you get an idea of the song from start to finish, so nothing wrong with that.
On the PC version, it's sequential.
Don't think it is, actually. I think it's dynamic.
Yes, it is. It's sequential.
Well, I'm not weird. I don't remember it being like that. I'll have to take a look at it again at some point. Doesn't matter anyways. Yeah. There is a shortcut there, but the way the way to go through that, you're not really gonna gain much time. You're better off just going around because you'll just generally be going faster. At least that's from my experience.
If anything, that last chicane you drove through is going to be a bigger time save. It's not really much of a chicane, you can just go straight through it.
Pretty much.
Lap 2.
Just flying through there. But that's a good thing though, because it just means we get like well ahead of them. Like, look at that, nearly 9 seconds away from the second place driver there.
Yep.
Again, this is why I used a Ferrari. It's just a very balanced vehicle. Doesn't really have wherever any of the other 2 vehicles does better, the Ferrari still does good enough where it's not weak enough to really be hurting from a lack of anything. That's not going to stop me from using the other vehicles because, you know, might as well, but I just really like this car. So, and you know, it's one of the reasons I made that community post earlier today about what car people would start with.
Fair enough.
Because yes, that YouTube community tab, what is like YouTube just YouTube, man.
Before they do find a way to patch it up somehow.
Oh God. At this, I'd be surprised if they care. To be honest.
Good point.
Because they've shown many times over the years that they don't care.
Will it draw me money? Yes, YouTube, it will draw you money. Then in that case, we'll do it.
Blimp.
We'll do it my way.
I'll take your ideas to give it my own twist and call it my own, and call myself a genius for my own invention. Ooh! Barely. Barely a lap record there, but we just got it. That was
air just whipping right now.
Yeah, that seriously was clutch though. Like when I was practicing, I don't think I ever got a lap record on either Red Rock Ridge or Atlantica, and now during the actual recording, despite the whole usual recording or streamers curse, I've already gotten lap records with the fucking 355.
I guess you're that good.
I mean that makes me happy. It means I'm like, you know, it shows that despite my years of being away from this game, I haven't forgotten how to play it.
I was gonna jokingly state maybe it's because I'm here.
Could be. That could also be the reason. You're just trying to keep me concentrated. Like, look, don't you let up now.
Well, I mean, if you were here,
no sandbagging.
That would probably mean that would probably mean both of us would probably be kicking your ass when playing World, but alas.
Yes.
Look, I was going to mention that game at some point.
I know you were. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Oh. Oops. Don't worry about it. Just a bump.
Tis but a bump in the road. Usually I'd say about a flesh wound, but
no, it isn't.
Not this time.
It's the final lap.
I mean, if the car was
identical lap times again.
Wow.
It's one thing doing it once during this LP. It's another thing to do it twice in a row. Like, Jesus. What has come of me today?
Maybe it really just is because I'm here.
Maybe.
I think your Thunder's just good at video games.
Nah. Take me outside of a racing game. I fucking suck.
In that case, I'll take you to Tower Unite then. Boom.
Wait a second. But you give Tower Unite to anyone, you do the bowling thing, and anyone would get frustrated at the fucking pins in that game.
It's true. Even I get frustrated at the pins.
Because the pins have physics, just one magical physics of their own. Don't tell me how it's supposed to work, because I don't fucking know. I don't know how anyone gets a perfect game in that, let alone the fucking top of the leaderboard who apparently has like 500 of them. I'm like, how? Do you just run a script? Do you find like the perfect line and they're just told the script to execute the commands over and over again?
Or maybe they just have way too much fucking time in their hands.
Could also be that.
Maybe someday I'll get to throw a perfect game.
Maybe.
Eventually.
I mean, I've thrown a 268.
It's close.
Then here's me who's just mediocre at bowling.
Mediocre?
You beat the lap
Whew,
record.
fuck, 152. If I didn't have that small little bit near like the long hairpin bit, that probably would have been sub 152. That's fine.
Probably.
Congratulations.
Still a really good
You
time.
won the bet.
Beating the lap record 3 times in the beginning.
You beat the
Yeah!
track.
And this dude just ends up on top of the goddamn leader.
You beat Slappy.
I beat Slappy and Cheeky.
You also
and
better
Razor.
good. You also
Cheeky,
beat
Wraith,
Tyson.
Tyson. I beat Razor way before
Yeah,
he came back years later.
Yeah.
And Snake
You
and
better-
Beowulf, Salsa, and then Salsa and Bean.
Yeah, this dude actually bet our good friend Clarence.
Yeah. Well, of course, the stats didn't really change that much. I'm not surprised. But we're now at least 3 points ahead of Ice as we get to the 4th track here, which is Rocky Pass.
Simplicity can be
And yeah, it's a doozy.
It's a pass
but,
with like a lot of rocks.
You know. Yeah, possibly. This will also not just be the last race for this part, obviously, but it's also going to be the last race I use the Ferrari for, because
Oh.
you will see why in the next race.
2, 1.
And of
Oh,
course,
boy.
probably one of my all-time favorite Saki Kaskas tracks. May God rest his soul. This track here, known as Nasos. fucking love this song. So yeah, I remember when practicing, I don't think this car is capable of getting the lap record because there's not enough section on the track to keep a high speed on, and because this is a car on the lower end, yeah, I don't think a lap record in this vehicle is possible.
This track is a lot more technical compared to the ones we've been on before.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, excuse me.
You have been excused.
Yeah, I really wanted to get this game done as an LP because, you know, I wanted to play more games from my childhood. A lot of people, I get some, well, not a lot of people, but some people I remember, they tend to ask me why I don't play, like, a lot of newer games, and I can give a pretty simple answer as to why. I don't like most newer games.
Don't interest you that
They
much.
don't interest me really anymore. Like, I try to keep my thoughts open for a lot of newer games, but I just get disappointed more often than not.
It just seemed to lack the character that these older racing games had.
Yeah, the simplicity. Like these games had were way more simplistic and whatnot. I hate this corner. I hate this corner.
Oh, fuck that corner.
On PC, it's bad. On this, oh,
It's worse.
oh, it's worse. And over the bridge.
Just real.
So hey, gamers, we made it to that bridge
Yay!
What
that you were
bridge?
talking about earlier. When we get to that
The
bridge.
bridge. See? We literally got to that bridge.
Yep.
Ha! Ha ha.
See, I'm
I mean,
thinking. But why am I thinking?
Because that's what the human brain is hardwired to do.
Shit, you're right. And I apologize to anyone who kind of really wants me to take like the more fun paths. Remember, this is a game about speed, and I'm really trying to make sure I keep up the speed. Besides, we still get some fun parts, so don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is called Need for Speed.
Yeah, and this game does not let up on you. Like you gotta be good at the game. You gotta be quick, or else you are gonna have a rough time.
This really is a get good moment.
Thankfully, though, you can tell that I've gotten used to the way this game feels and plays. So right now we're in good hands. Shit, that is a big jump.
It is a slightly large jump.
Again, it's a shame that I'm likely not going to be able to get that 230 to go lower than that 235 with this vehicle, but it's just vehicle's not quick enough for it on a track this
Going
technical.
to need something faster.
Yeah.
Like a Class A vehicle.
I mean, I could, maybe with the next tier of vehicles, I could do it, but we'll see.
Probably. Only one way to find out.
True. Ugh, my... I got like a slight itch right now. It's really annoying me. But I must not give up the steering.
You'll be fine.
Don't worry about it. At least we get one part of the track here where we can still reach this car's top speed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there we go. That was actually not too bad around there.
That was a good corner.
There you go.
I very rarely come out of that still doing 100. That was just full brakes that time, no handbrake. See, the brakes are still
we made
useful.
it back to that bridge.
Yep, there was that bridge again. Sick of that bridge yet?
There it is.
Well, good, because we get to cross that bridge 2 more times.
Indeed.
At least 2 more.
Alright. I'm never a fan of that technical section, but it's fine.
The switchbacks can be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really can be. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Wow. Holy crap. So even though I didn't quite get it, 238. That's not bad for this
Sub
car.
240 is still pretty good.
Sub 240 with this car, yeah, it's still a pretty good time. Oh, shit. Didn't lose as much speed as I thought I was going to there. I thought that could have been, I honestly thought that could have been much worse. Alright. Alright, smooth through there. Up here. Oh.
Just haul complete ass through there.
I'm trying my best to haul ass, and I am starting to build a bit more of a gap, which is nice. Especially on a track like this, the best thing you can do is build a gap.
Yeah, pretty much.
A little bit of a nose lift there. Alright, just keep... Now we get to the speed part of the track. Oh boy, here we go again. That bounce off the wall actually kind of helped.
Back to 100.
Yeah, it kind of got me right back into the perfect spot too. So, I ain't complaining about that.
There's that bridge again.
Bridge.
So I guess this is gonna be this part's running gag.
Well, I mean,
I guess.
at some points I gotta think of some things to make things more memorable. You know. Ugh.
I mean, part 1 was all... Oh, wait, no. No, yeah, part 1 had lap records. This one had lap records and bridges.
Bridges, you know. There we go. That was much smoother through there this time. Oh, hang on a second. This is gonna be close. Yes! It is. So you can get a lap record with this car out here. So I take back what I said.
It's because I'm here.
234.9. So that literally just leaves Hometown right now. And though to be fair, Hometown is such a high-speed track that getting it there with this car is, you know, honestly
You're going
difficult.
to need a higher speed car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I think I know just the one you could use. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Oh.
Soon.
Ow.
Don't hurt yourself.
Not trying to, just had a bit of a moment, had a bit of a bit of an off. All right, a minute in. Oh, getting a little too close there.
Way too close for comfort.
Or just a little.
Just a little bit.
Oh, should have let off earlier. Whatever. That could have ended much worse, to be honest.
That was probably your worst run through that corner, though.
I got off way too late. Oh, jeez.
Wee!
Careful.
Man, I need to get a little bit of air time before the
There's the
bridge
bridge
for one
again.
more time.
Guess someone was a bridge too far.
Ha ha!
Ah,
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't think we'd be here making bridge jokes, but here we are.
Yep.
next thing
man, I guess. Hey, We got to that bridge and we crossed it when we got there.
Something Death Stranding.
Yeah. But this is a better game than that.
There's something in that. There's something in that game involving bridges.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. This last lap was a little bit sloppy, but you know what? It don't matter. The fact that I was even able to beat the lap record in this vehicle was enough to make me happy.
Did it?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And do the whole thing with the name again. So where does it put me on the board?
You
Second.
beat the lap record
Not
for
far
this
off
lap.
from first place either. Fat Cat with the 550 Maranello. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Oh, I see Yi who did have the lap record before. How do you have a 254, but have what was the fastest lap? Well,
I don't know.
like, how do you do this?
I don't know.
Why do you do this?
Why? Who did it? Why'd they do it? Anyway, so that is again another thing, and yet again, the positions on the board don't really change. But now, as you see, we have additional cars now available. So before we get to the next track, which in this case would happen to be Country Woods, if we can now go over into the select car screen and take a look at the potential new vehicles we could use for the second half of this tournament, which includes the Ital Design Nazca C2, the Ferrari 550 Maranello, and the Lamborghini Diablo SV. And again, I will take a look at the comparing their stats to see how they fare up with each other. So we'll just compare it with the Ferrari first. So yeah, you can see that the Ital Design is pretty much overall better at everything except handling, interestingly enough. The 550 Maranello is better at everything. It's just overall a better vehicle. And the Diablo SV is fast as hell, but its handling is, yeah, what you would expect. But it has its overall stat is one higher than the Ferrari and Nazca, mostly because of that really high acceleration and top speed. So if you want to go fast, you use the Lamborghini. But to kind of stick with the Ferrari for the beginner part, I'm going to move over to the 550 for the next part. And what color do I want to make it this time?
Blue.
Blue still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops, all blue.
Well,
It
that's
makes sense.
Well, that's the vehicle we're going to use then for the next part. So stay tuned for that. And again, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button because that helps out so much. Hit the subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And come become a member on Patreon. If you pledge at least more than $1 a month, you can get your name in every future, just about nearly every future video. Thank you again so much, and I will see you on the next one.
And if you're extra special, a bag of Cheerios.